Hello Virgos, what is up? Welcome to Flavored Vivid. For those of you guys new here, my name is Carissa. The way that I do my readings is intuitively. I like to start off in your etheric energy, grounded down to the physical, some general messages. I pull a spread on your finances and career. I pull a spread on your love life. And then I close out with spirit guide messages. Here's the deal, Virgos. I've got like a really interesting message for you and I love it. Like, I just love to see it, okay? I feel like you guys have been dealing with a lot of projection. I feel like you've been dealing with somebody who maybe hasn't been putting their all into a situation. And there's a lot of like, I don't know what's going on or what's not going on, right? I feel like there's been questions around work, okay, as well. Maybe finances or struggle with some sort of finances, something of the sort here. And all that's about to flip. Like, literally, I never say this on my channel. I always be like, oh, this isn't gonna happen overnight, because I'm very realistic. It's happening overnight. I don't know what you guys did, but don't freaking stop. Hi Brittany, hello beautiful. Don't freaking stop here. Some of you guys are about to have like the best month ever. You could get a bonus check or like a raise, a promotion. There's something unexpected going on at work. Okay, unexpected, where it's like it's coming out of freaking nowhere, and it's because you're in your purpose. You're like in alignment. You're the most in alignment in regards to career right now. It looks really good. There could be extra money coming in. I mean, a check that you forgot about, a return, something like that. It's just coming through here. You are getting karmic justice. There was a lot of pain. There was a lot of projection, and that's shifting really quickly, and it's shifting in your favor. I see a lot more confidence from you, and you really focus on manifesting for the future. You're focused on manifesting these brand new beginnings. You could have been like praying about it or manifesting. I actually never do this. Well, I do it occasionally. I don't want to say never. That I don't want to speak in superlatives, okay? That's dramatic. But I felt like lighting a candle for you guys. This is raspberry peach frosé. I don't fucking know. It's from Walmart, okay? It was $5 and it smells amazing. But maybe there's something here. It's like, okay, some of you guys could be celebrating something with candles. Maybe somebody's birthday could be significant. I know it's not your birthday season or anything, but still, maybe there's somebody significant to you here. But there's a glow up with you that is happening. You have the Queen of Wands. You have the Empress card with the Chariot behind it here. The Moon card in the reverse. It's like everything. Oh my gosh. And then the Queen of Wands again. You got double Queen of Wands energy. Okay, so this is where you could be feeling a lot more confident within yourself. You're letting your light shine. Things are going to start to feel more peaceful. Anything that was in the dark, it's out. Now, in regards to love life, I said that you do have the snake, you do have the sunglasses here behind this wedding rings card, okay? So let's talk about this energy. I feel like you've been dealing with somebody who hasn't really been putting their all into the situation like you would have liked, okay? Maybe there was arguments, maybe there was stress, whatever factors went into it, okay? I don't think that they don't like you, though. I really don't. I feel like they're very into you, and there may have been, circumstances. Life happens, right? We're all human, and I see you being your kindest self, not only to that person, but to yourself as well in this situation. With the wedding rings card, you could already be married to this person, or this is about deepening the connection. Somebody's going to come forward and want to deepen a connection with you. Now, if you're already married, this is where it's like things are resolved. You don't have that stress between you and this person anymore. You don't have these... I don't want to call it paranoia because I don't want to gaslight anybody. I don't know your circumstances, so please take this as it resonates. But your suspicions, right? Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. That's what I'm hearing, okay? There's something here about like a promise, and somebody's going to follow through on their promise. And I do feel like things are going to be changing significantly. Again, like I said, you're getting justice. You're about to have like the best month ever, and it could come in some form of like money that you weren't expecting, all right? So you guys got the card, first quarter moon and Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. And then we have reveal what needs to be seen, last quarter moon and Scorpio. So that's where I kind of got the suspicion energy also with the, the snake card in the reverse though. It's in the reverse, okay? And the sunglasses card in the upright. You could have been like looking into something and really, where your partner could have not been focusing on the relationship as much as they normally do, or whatever you may have felt. That is going to be resolved, okay? So unleash your kindest self. It was originally what showed up, but let's shuffle live on camera and see what spirit has for you. Believe in your good luck. I I love to see it. Virgos, believe in your good luck. Okay, you also had a bunch of cards came out. Yeah, take a breather, light a candle, take a nice bath, do something for yourself, Virgos. Go to the gym, whatever you like doing. You know, if you're like, we don't like candles over here, girl. I get that. You want to be like masculine, macho. I don't know, pump iron or like work on a car or something like that. I don't know what guys do. I'm gay, okay? And the only man I dated was, yeah. Anyways, not the only one, but whatever. Believe in your good luck here. First quarter moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius represents expansion. You're about to expand into, like, life is genuinely about to get amazing. I titled my readings intuitively, and I said that life is about to get amazing, something around those terms here for you, and it absolutely is. Spirit's saying, like, believe in this. Like, know that this is coming in for you here. For those of you guys that have been doing the work, believe in it. Because the thing about Jupiter is, it's all about expansion and it's about rapidness. Like, Jupiter is the Oprah of blessings. Like, Saturn's blessings are really long, drawn out. You're like, is it coming? Oh my gosh, no. And then it finally comes and it sticks when it hits. But Jupiter's like Oprah. Oprah's like, oh yeah, you want a car? Here's 3 cars. Oh, you want a raise? Here's a raise. Oh, you want a love? Here's an expansion of love, and your best friends want your attention, and your man wants your attention, and your woman wants your attention, and your parents want your attention. It's that type of energy, okay? So there's going to be an expansion in good luck, but genuinely, I don't believe in good luck. I believe in alignment, and I think that you've done the work, and I don't want to take away from all the work that you've been putting in. So you got somebody that's really into you. General message here. Good chemistry, great vibes, positive. I feel like the vibes were off leading up to this reading though. And I think that you might agree. You're like, I don't know. I mean, like, I felt that way, but my partner wasn't doing this, okay? Or maybe you weren't feeling that way. Whatever it may have been, the vibes were a bit off, but they're on again, okay? I don't know what flipped. Jupiter, maybe, okay? Who, like, you know, shot the little arrow into your partner's or your person's butt, okay? But they're back on. They're back on. And I feel that somebody needs to hear that. All right, let's go ahead and go forward. We'll see what comes out in the love portion. These are just general messages. I may not talk about love. What do we have here, though, for Virgos this week? What do they need to know? Groupie. Okay. Like I said, I feel like you're getting pretty popular around your friends right now. Love on the brain. Must be love on the brain. That's got me feeling this way. Yes. Okay. Daydreaming, fantasizing, nostalgia. Yeah. Somebody, I don't know who it was, but they requested Virgo and they asked so nicely and so cute. And I was like, baby, I got you. I wasn't going to come live today. I've been cooking all day. We're going to have a beach day tomorrow. But yeah. Ooh, we do have bad habits here showing up though. And then rejected. So here's the deal. I feel like this person has a bad habit of, like, whoever you're dealing with has a habit of kind of like ignoring their feelings and their emotions. Like, now, don't get me wrong. I love a Capricorn moon. I'm a Capricorn sun, okay? But this person's given, like, Capricorn moon vibes. Like, they just want to feel their feelings. And so they'd rather, like, buy you off. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Just go ahead and go shopping here. And that's my apology. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting here. I feel like they kind of, like, reject, you know, like, ill feelings, gross. Don't want to feel those. Let's be logical. And they have a bad habit of doing that, okay, for someone out here. You might have had suspicions about this individual, but I feel like, again, they're actually thinking about you and they are anchoring into those emotions more than you give them credit for. I do feel like one person here is, like, super, like, romantic and loving and, like, wants that emotional connection, and the other person is more logical and just straightforward with it. So let's go ahead and clarify what we got here. Tell me about groupie for my Virgos. Four of Wands. I'm telling you, you're going to be invited to events, to parties, things of that sort here. Going out with friends, going to the restaurant. 10 of Cups. It's going to make you really happy. These could end up becoming long-term family friends. This could just be you spending time, like, with family, and this is what you've wanted for a while. You know, you haven't seen your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, sister, brother, whatever it may be. You're a Capricorn moon on the ascendant, but I'm not emotionally avoided like that. Not everyone is. Freak out. So I do, like I said, I love Capricorn moons. I understand it. It is an avoidance sign though, just in general. Not that you are avoidant at all. It's just an avoidant placement, so it's easy to describe, and any astrologer would agree with me. So they can be, is more so what I would rather say. And I do apologize if I hurt your feelings there. But, and I mean that. I mean the apology, of course. Anyways, Four of Wands, lots of celebrations, hanging out, having fun, feeling really good. And some of you guys could be going to like a party, a wedding, something of that sort here. But it's going to make you feel good. You're going to be popular this week, is what I'm getting for you, okay? Like everyone's going to want your time, your attention, your energy. In June, I'll be attending an LGBTQIA plus event. I'm going to be a part of the exhibit. I love that, Thrash Bat. That's amazing. That is wonderful, especially in this day and age right now. Nobody likes us anymore. No, you weren't defensive at all, baby. I love when people stand up for themselves. I just more so say things in generalized ways. And sometimes I don't consider, you know, how I might come off. I'm just very like, la, 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 because of my ADHD. So anyways, love on the brain. Tell me about that. We have King of Wands in the reverse. Nailed it. And then the Ace of Wands. Listen, somebody's recognizing here. They haven't showed up as the best version of themselves towards you. Okay, they know. They want to kind of like start over. Yeah, Five of Wands in the reverse, like I'm saying here. They want to start over. They don't want to argue. They don't want to fight with you. Okay, they want to call truce here. And I just feel like they're thinking strongly about like, all you're asking for is their love and their attention. And maybe they weren't looking at it that way. Maybe they're looking at it from a defensive position, right? Like, oh, you're just misunderstanding me, or you're clingy, you're this. And it's normal. Sometimes we can feel overstimulated that way in life. There's a lot going on. But anyways, they are going to start showing up that way. They want a new beginning with you, okay? The Devil card in the reverse. They don't want to argue. They don't want to fight. It's really good energy. Tell me about bad habits. Bad habits are clarified by the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So yeah, somebody has a bad habit of being a bit defensive. So instead of seeing, okay, the thing is like a lot of people don't see like you communicating with them and being like, hey, I really want this or I want that. They see it as like being defensive because they have this like criticism wound where they're like, I'm not a good enough person, and my mommy said I was never going to be anybody growing up, or my dad did this, and you know, whatever it was, right? They don't, but how they should see it is, wow, this person genuinely loves and cares for me, and they're showing me that by bringing this to my attention so that we can work on this together and deepen our connection together. And I feel like this individual is kind of, they're letting their guard down. They're kind of acknowledging the habit of this, okay? Whoever this is, even if this is you, Virgo, and that's okay too. It's like somebody's dropping their guard a little bit and like, you know, I fucked up, all right? I didn't mean to be defensive in a situation, and I'm going to, you know, do things differently. Side note, though, this is not going to be happy news for somebody clarifying that. Three of Cups, yeah. Somebody here, you're going to have a kid that has a bad habit, okay? They can deal with drugs, alcohol, sex. There's something going on here. They're going to be out with their friends. They're going to be partying, celebrating, okay, doing something here. They're going to let their guard down, and I do feel like something not great is going to happen. Tell me what's going to happen here for this child. Two of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Justice in the reverse. They could get in some legal trouble, okay? They could get caught with something, drugs, alcohol, etc. Underage drinking. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. There's no jail or anything involved. Again, it does feel juvenile is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing juvenile. But with the Justice card in the reverse, I do feel like police are involved in some sort of way. All right, or maybe you catch your kid, like, you know, you walk into your kid's room and it smells like marijuana or something like that. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe you walk in, yeah, Ten of Wands, King of Cups in the reverse. Whatever it is, though, it's not going to make somebody happy here. That's not going to be for everyone. You're going to know if you've got kids of that age. Obviously, I'm not talking about your 3-year-old. And, you know, yeah. I guess I shouldn't say that because there's, like, really irresponsible parents that leave paraphernalia out and stuff like that. And if you're one of those parents, put that shit away. What's wrong with you? I am judging you. Grow up. All right. Rejected. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Virgo, I feel like this is you. I'm so sorry. Your mom taught you how to use. Baby, mine did too, but mine was a crackhead, okay? Mine was a crackhead. Okay, the Magician in the reverse. Yeah, Page of Swords in the reverse. Okay, but back to you guys. Yes. With the Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Magician in the reverse, I feel like there was almost a form of like, again, manipulating yourself to believe the worst. Your mom liked meth. Yeah, my mom was a crackhead. I did not I've never touched any hard drug though, ever. I watched how damaging it was for her, and I mothered her and parented her and my sister. So yeah, I never really had a desire. I have a zero tolerance policy for drugs. I mean, you know that. I've even talked to you about that. So yeah, zero tolerance. I don't give a fuck about drugs. Yeah, that's totally cool. Okay, anyways, Queen of Swords in the reverse, the Magician in the reverse. Okay, you know when we like get in our heads and like, or we can get in our heads. Virgo, your Mercury rolled. You know, I know for a fact you're in your head half the time, right? And we can kind of like think worst case scenario of a situation and think really negatively about ourselves, and then we like carry the weight of what we're thinking as if it actually happened to us. Top of the deck, yeah, the Tower card. It's like you were preparing for the worst, and it's just not going to happen that way. I think that you kind of got in your head a little bit and manipulated yourself, or someone here did, if this is, you know, vice versa and you're cross-watching. Got in their head somebody got in their head a little bit and kind of like prepared for worst case scenario, and it's just not that. 6 years of sobriety, I love that. 19 years clean, that's amazing. Congratulations, that's great. The Death card, yeah, and then it's just like it ends before it begins. Okay, with the Tower card and the Death card, whatever this negative thinking is, it ends before it begins, because you're like, I was a little bit I wasn't thinking straight. You know what I mean? And that's totally okay. I do that all the time. All right. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, Knight of Coins in the reverse and the Nine of Coins in the upright. You're gonna be good to go. You're gonna be really good. You're solid. We all have those like thoughts where we kind of waver into the darkness, but what's important is that we don't stay there. And I think that you're gonna be proven wrong. Okay, you could have felt rejected in some type of way, like nobody loves you, nobody cares about you, and the universe is coming to show you otherwise, and that's really going to rewire your brain chemistry and, you know, rebuild that up. So I love that for you, Virgos. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else we have. Messages, please. I did you guys' reading different than I did everybody else's this week, but that's okay. You got a male spying on you. Supportive friends. See, just double confirmation on the supportive friends here. I'll pull one more from this. And stay authentic to yourself. New love entering your life. So, okay. I really don't feel like this is like brand new. All right. For some of you guys, if you are single, this could be new love coming in, where it's like you finally solidify the relationship. Like, yeah, we're together. But maybe up until this point, it wasn't official. You know, that's kind of what I'm feeling by new. But otherwise, I don't feel like it's like brand new. You know, you've got a man closely watching you, though, for whoever into men out there, okay? And Spirit's asking you to stay authentic. Now, this originally came up in the reverse, but I know exactly why it came up in the reverse. And I feel... Yeah, Knight of Cups, okay. I feel like in the past, you know, there's people that have said certain things about you. Oh, Virgo, you act like this, you act like this, you do this, you do that. You know what I mean? They want to be nitpicky. Like, okay, nitpicking Nancy. If your name's Nancy, no offense to you, it rhymed, honestly, okay? Nitpicking, I don't know. Okay, I don't know another N name. Yeah, no, I'm drawing blanks. I'm sorry. My grandma's name is Nancy. Anyways, you weren't always treated fairly. And so there's a part of you that feels performative to a certain extent. I'm not saying that you're performing and you're some circus athlete or clown. This is performative to a certain extent. You know, we all kind of wear a mask, right? And that's more so what I'm alluding to. Spirit's asking you to stay authentic, though, in this situation. Like, this person, they like you for you. Knight of Cups is here. They're going to be flirting with you. They love who you are. They love your stories. 10 of Pentacles, and they see long term with you. They genuinely do. Okay, center of the deck here, King of Swords. Like I said, they love your stories. They love your truth. 7 of Cups. They love when you like daydream and like talk about the future with them and like what you want to do and where you see yourself here, because what they're doing when you're talking to them is they're seeing how they are going to be a part of your world. And I think that's really beautiful. The Chariot card, they're like, okay, how am I going to grow with this person? How can, do our futures align? What does that look like? What does our life look like together? The Sun card, you're giving them a clear idea of who you are by being the most authentic version of you. Maybe another person thought you were clingy or stupid or whatever the heck they said to you, okay? But this person does not. This person loves those things about you. So all the things that you thought were unlovable, you're going to find are very lovable. This person's going to make sure of it, okay? I'm not going to clarify any of the other cards because I feel like it's too similar to the other message that we already got. You know, the supportive friends, the excitement, etc. So we're going to go ahead and move forward. Yeah. Are you really organizing your life that you're kind of dotting your I's, crossing your T's? Let's see what we got going on for finances and career. Finances and career, what messages do Virgos need this week? Thank you. You got 2 cards out. Well then, Virgos, you got that money, that vacation money. Okay. We've got... Shut up. You're annoying. Okay. Overall energy, connections, and networking is going to be really important. You do have your guardian angels watching out, looking out for your finances, your career at this point in time. Some higher power is protecting you from difficulties and misfortunes. Trust your guardian angel. Definitely keep praying, keep visiting your ancestor altar. Whatever you do, that's what I want you to keep doing, okay? The only negative here is that you have some sort of caring customer or client, okay? I feel like some of you guys are going to get somebody into your work, your business somewhere, and it's just like nothing that you can do is ever good enough because they want something free. That's what I'm hearing. They want something free, okay? So whether you're providing services, they want to be able to complain to the bank and get their money back, okay? This is the type of person... There's this lady on TikTok. I haven't seen her in forever. I used to see her videos all the time, though, like a couple years ago. But it's an older lady, and she makes the joke about Karens, right? And she goes around complaining about food, and she, eats half of the plate of food, and then she's like, it's just, it doesn't have enough salt, or it needs more garlic, and it's like that type of person where it's like, they've already eaten half of it. They're just looking for something free. They're looking for something to bitch about, okay? Screw them. We have oppressive boss in the reverse, okay? And with that showing up in the reverse, I feel like where there has been pressure, it's going to be relieved. Show me what we got for vacation and wealth for Virgos. What do they need to know? Page of Wands and the 5 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so you've been questioning whether or not to take a trip. Yeah, the Emperor card. Yes. The Chariot card, especially if it's a road trip, the Empress, it's really good for your growth, or if some of you guys were saving money for a specific trip, a vacation here, your wealth is rising. Your boss is noticing you. There's good things happening here on this paper. Like I said, where it's like maybe your boss was putting a lot of pressure on you or something like that at a certain point of time, they're actually showing up for you here. The oppressive boss is in the reverse, where they're like, hey, man, well, you're doing great. I'm sorry if you thought I didn't like you. I don't know. There's something here about this entire reading where you thought people didn't like you. Okay? Tell me about caring customer or client. The Magician in the reverse and the Queen of Wands. Spirit saying, listen, don't even fucking take it as a grain of salt, okay? Because whatever they've got going on here, they're just being manipulative, okay? With the Magician in the reverse, this person... Yeah, this person would be happy with literally nothing. 8 of Wands in the reverse and the Justice in the reverse. The Hierophant in the reverse. It's like, it's not even... This person just likes to complain. They just like to complain. 4 of Cups in the reverse. It has no impact on you, but some of you guys, Virgos, you guys are very critical on yourselves, and you might take it personally. Don't. This person's whack, honestly. 4 of Wands, yeah. And that's why I feel like maybe your boss is going to say something like, screw them, they suck. You know what I mean? Don't listen to them. You're good to go. Yeah, 3 of Swords in the reverse. Like I said, your boss is literally going to be like, no, you're good, we're good. The Moon card, this person's just trying to create some sort of disillusion. Queen of Coins, you did great. Your service was great. Whatever you offer, whatever you do for a living was great. This person's just a dick, honestly. 10 of Wands in the reverse when I lift up the entire deck, yeah. And behind that is the 3 of Coins in the reverse. It could be a group type setting, so whatever. I think your boss is actually going to be really supportive and kind of calm you down about that. Some people are just really angry and miserable, and they like to bring others down. Tell me about guardian angel and connections and networking. Okay, guardian angel is clarified by the Knight of Coins in the reverse and the Page of Cups in the reverse with the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Boy. So they're really protecting you from things happening behind the scenes right now. By the way, let's get the likes up, please. I do appreciate it, especially since Virgos don't really get many views. Let's change that because I can definitely be more consistent with you guys. I do like you guys and doing your readings. I just do things by what is reciprocated. Okay, with the Knight of Coins, though, Spirit show me that you've been feeling very drained, and there's like an energetic drain, a financial drain. There's been something here that's like been draining you. Something in the undercurrent, though. It hasn't been so obvious for you to see what that is. Where's my other tarot deck? Thank you. What has been draining them? The Strength card and the Nine of Cups. Page of Swords. It's like these external sources have been draining you, Virgos, and that's what you're being protected from. Your strength and resilience is about to be rewarded, and that's what Spirit's saying. Like, for those, a lot of you guys have like connected or networked with like a lot of the wrong individuals, and Spirit's been like revealing these individuals left and right, and I feel like that's been hard on you as well. Like, what is real, what's not real? It's almost like you've been second guessing yourself, second guessing your efforts at work or your worth ethic, like your education, what you know. You've been second guessing you. It's been a personalized situation, and you are getting justice for this. So the divine is coming in to bring karmic justice. Balance and restoration is coming, and it's coming in regards to your finances. You've been working hard, and it's going to pay off. I feel like you haven't gotten any good news recently, and that's about to change, especially this week. I don't know what the good news is going to be, but I do know that there's something here that's coming in that's going to make you very happy. And it's well-deserved is what I feel like telling you. It's well-deserved. All right. Shuffling this out, supporting others. Yeah, you're very big support system, not just to yourself, but to other people around you. I feel like you're very strategic, financial growth coming to fruition, abundance. You've got good things coming in for you. Big time. This card, another damn tree, 2 tree cards. Baby, it's gonna happen this week. I love this for you. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. Rich gain is here. Things are about to get good for you. I really like that. All right, let's check out the love life. Matters of the heart, please. Love life for Virgos. Matters of the heart, love life for Virgos. What do they need to know? Matters of the heart, love life for Virgos. What do they need to know? Okay. Ooh. That's not a... Okay. That makes sense, actually. Okay, right off the bat, there's a little bit of a runner-chaser dynamic that's kind of going on. One person's like the runner, the other person's the chaser. You guys have different wounding patterns and love languages with whoever you're dealing with. Some of you guys are about to meet somebody brand new, okay? You're in like a healing cycle right now, though, but this person is kind of going to help mend these love languages with you. You've dealt with a lot of karmic energies, and people were just like, you gave and you gave and you gave, and all you were left with was an empty box, an empty cup because you gave everything away, an empty bank account because you gave everything away, right? Yeah, 2 of Swords. You were left empty, blocked. You could have somebody blocked right now, Virgos. If you have somebody blocked, the High Priestess, there's something here about like you you can block them physically, but you can't block them spiritually. You could be dreaming of them or like picking up on their energy and their situations. Okay. And it doesn't have to be blocked. It's like not talking here. This could be a fire sign, an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius as well. It does not have to be. It could be a Pisces, where you guys are very like spiritually connected, intuitively connected. I feel like you guys are gonna start talking soon. Things could have felt karmic though in the past. I like you is clarified by Six of Swords. Yes, somebody could be traveling to you. There could be somebody at a distance from you. We also have Chaser clarified by the Ten of Swords. And the Clock card, which is the healing card, clarified by the Emperor in the upright. Overall energy, Three of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords. Okay, so there's a lot of overthinking and not enough action going on in this table. All right, there's a lot of like in my mind, in my head energy. Someone has the Empress. Jeez, yeah. Babies, we got the Empress and the Emperor. Two different decks, but still, same thing. Ooh, Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck in the upright. I love that. Your guys' love languages are entirely different. There's a lot of like, maybe in the past you dealt with people who gave up on you very quickly, or you had to give up on them after putting everything in, and feeling depleted. Because of that, as you guys are coming together into this new union where you both equally like each other, you do, there's burdens that you're going to grow from with the Ten of Swords here and the Empress card, okay? There's growth and there's change that is necessary for every individual involved in this situation. Okay, whether it's new, whether it's old, it does feel new though because it's I like you energy, and then it evolves into like you guys are a couple, you're a unit, right? With the Six of Swords, if this is somebody that you were dealing with, it seemed like there was karmic lessons that you guys were kind of both going through individually or even together. Maybe you guys were mirroring onto each other, right, and making things blow up around each other. Or there was lessons from the past that were left unintegrated, even though sometimes we can convince ourselves like, oh no, I've already done the healing, I've done the work, and I won't do that again, right? But then a trigger comes up when we realize, shit, maybe I wasn't as healed. But in the moment, we don't think like that. In the moment, we're fucking triggered, right? And you know how it is. It's normal. It's life. It's being human. And our messiness is our humanness, and that is amazing. And so there's nothing to like put ourselves down about over that type of stuff. But I feel like this person's taking action towards you, especially if you guys haven't been in contact for a while or you're at a distance from each other. Maybe you haven't really seen each other. This could just be emotional distance as well, and that could be the energy where it's like somebody's emotions have closed off. You've had so many moments like that just in this past year alone. It happens. Like I said, we're human. We are so human, and I think that's amazing. It sucks in the moment though, but I don't know. I hate when people don't have enough, like hold enough space for other people to be human too, and they're just like, oh, I saw them so triggered over this and da da da, and they like think it's gossip. Like, my trigger is not your gossip, bitch. You're human too. Like, what do you think? You're a god? Come on now. So I don't know. I just don't get that stuff. But anyways, some of you guys there could be like this emotional distance where you just wanted this person to take action towards you. You wanted them to choose you. Like, I'm hearing like, I want you to choose me. I want you to be with me. Like, and so the thing is although there was an emotional connection, or maybe there wasn't much communication, or there was communication mishaps or errors or arguments, it's like there has always been this spiritual connection to you guys, and you guys have this. Now, if this is a new person, there again is a spiritual connection between the two of you. There's a bit of a runner chaser type thing where it's like one moment I want to be chased, the next moment I want to run because this is getting really intense. And how would you know these things about me? I've never met you before. Well, not never met you, but for others of you guys, you could be married. All right, you're already married. You're in this relationship for a long time now, and sometimes with marriage, shit gets stale, and you're like, I've opened a window, I've lit a candle to make it smell better in here, right? I've done everything I thought I could do, And you felt hurt because you felt like you were the only one giving into the situation. So it doesn't matter exactly what this is. It's two people that are hurt in different ways and expressing the hurt and pain in different ways that the other person may not understand. Essentially, though, what's going to happen is you guys are going to come back together. Okay. So there is some type of like reunion. There's flirting. There's dating. Okay. If there was any weird third party interferences, which I'm not saying that for all of you, okay? So don't get in your head and be like, oh, she said it, I knew it, they're cheating. No, no, no. This would be like you've already had solid hard facts and you know this person may have strayed, or a weird third party got in, like the fucking psychotic ex-wife who's like, he was with me first, you know, and like thinks that you live your entire life in competition with her. You don't. And he doesn't care about her. But because of that third party projecting onto you guys, it makes it a third party situation. It doesn't mean that anything actually physically happened. So just clarifying that, because I know some people can get really in their hearts, in their heads, and get in their heads and hurt their own hearts. So clarify the third party. The World card and the Six of Pentacles. Nobody cheated. Nobody cheated. But there was some weird external factor. Whether it was on the internet, too many people in your fucking business, right? Maybe you uploaded a picture for Valentine's Day, a birthday, I don't know, something, right? And people like, oh, your partner is ugly. You downgraded. You did this, you did that, or whatever. You put yourself out there in a way that could be judged, which means that you were impacted by third-party projections. And then because you were like, oh, I don't judge people. I don't do that type of stuff, right? I don't care who other people date. You never thought about it like that. And instead, you internalized that and you identified with the feeling that you were having. I don't think that feeling was real, though. I think it was other people's weirdo projections. Queen of Cups, self-hatred. Maybe they're miserable, single, jealous of your relationship. Eight of Pentacles. They don't know what goes on behind the scenes, right? Now, if this was somebody who cheated, big if, okay, like capital IF, it's not a strong feeling. There's no Three of Swords here. Six of Pentacles in the reverse and the World card. This could have been weirdly like emotional cheating. Maybe your partner was watching pornographic stuff online, all right? Maybe they followed a bunch of Instagram models or guys with axes and wood. Have you seen that, by the way? Very nice. Very nice. There's a lesbian version of it too. Also very nice. I don't know what it is. Why is an axe attractive? I don't know, but it works for me, okay? It works with my wife too. I send them to her all the time. I'm like, look at this one. Chop that wood. Okay. Anyways, so it could have been something where it made the other person feel not seen. And you're like, you're giving all this attention to this Instagram model, this person over here, this site, whatever it may have been, something online. I'm getting no attention. I don't feel like we have an emotional connection. And somebody was in their feelings. And that's okay. That's totally valid. You know, and I'm sorry that your partner made you feel that way. They might have gotten defensive. Then you guys got in an argument. Then there was more emotional detachment. When really you were just bringing it to their attention, or they were bringing it to yours because they wanted more connection. So, I see you bridging that connection. Three of Swords in the reverse. I see you guys healing together, working together. Very beautiful. I love it. I love to see it. This right here is a healthy relationship, okay? None of that rom-com bullshit. This right here is what a healthy relationship looks like. You get mad at each other, you hold space for each other, you take a fucking break, and you come back and you work on it together because you love each other, you want to be together. And Seven of Pentacles, and I do see you guys working on it. A lot of work is going to need to go into this. Somebody has a strong rejection wound, but that does not mean that they want to give up their family. Okay? That does not mean that they want to give up their family, that they want to give you up. That does not mean that they don't want to be with you anymore. All right, rejection wounds are really hard for people. 6 of Wands. Somebody's going to go from being left out in the cold to feeling like they're number one in their partner's eyes again, okay? Getting a lot of attention, etc. Knight of Swords. You guys are going to communicate and talk through this here. You're both very driven. You're both very focused. I feel like, again, there was some weird defensiveness that was going on here, and somebody was in their feelings and their emotions. Not a big deal. It's okay. We go through this in life. All I know is that you guys are going to get back together. You're going to be flirting, thriving, okay? And the F word, all right? You know, unts, and make up. What does Mike Tyson say? Now kith. Okay? You guys are going to be doing that. Paradise. All right? Take each other to each other's paradise. Okay. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. You guys are way too strong to break the bond. Love you. Let's go ahead and close out this reading here. Right away, I pick up the entire deck. We have you are surrounded by support on the table. Your purpose is to be heart-centered. Yes. Believe in your good luck. Maybe you got money, you got the love, you got everything that's going to work out. It's going to work out for you. This is like the best Virgo reading I've done in so long. Connect to your inner child. Have fun. Okay, be inspired by life again. Lighten up. Messages, please. Yeah, I heard that TikTok sound where it's like, show them how weird you are. You know? Show them how weird you are. We have something keeping you from your goals, and I feel like it was just emotions. We just had a really intense full moon, and the sign is Scorpio. Well, it was intense for a lot of people, so I'm using that word. As a Scorpio moon, though, it was not intense. I was thriving. It was like a crackhead at 3 o'clock in the morning here, awake on energy. The moon was spying on me last night through my window too. I posted on my Snapchat. I was like, why are you watching me? Do you like me? Like, I don't know. She was flirting. You're surrounded by support though. You have a lot of support. Physically, spiritually. Okay? It's all around you. You have feathers and coins. We are with you. I just said it's all around you. And free yourself from destructive thoughts. You are magic. Bottom of the deck, we have you could spend your time more wisely. It was in the reverse, so I feel like it's kind of like slowing down, being present. Top of the deck here, you are meant to help somebody else this week, Earth Angel. So go be that best Earth Angel self that you are. Some of you guys were experiencing a psychic attack, center of the deck, overall energy. Protect yourself here. Make sure you're taking spiritual baths, playing high vibrational music, sitting at your ancestor altar, whatever is necessary for you, whatever you like doing, saying those prayers. I love you, Virgos. Don't forget to give this a like. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.